Our opening words are by Monica Jacobson Tennyson. What is it that calls you here, that calls you onward, that leads you inward, that leads you homeward? What is it that gives you the power to make that change, to ask that question, to take that journey? What is it that says you have done well, that asks you to learn more, that brings you up to your stillness and holds you up in hard times? It is relationship, the beating heart of our faith. It begins when we share this hour, our truths, this air, our hearts. Come, let us worship together.
Our opening hymn is number 1003, Where Do We Come From, in your teal hymnal. Please rise in body or in spirit.
So the opening hymn is a round, and there are 4 parts to the round, and it's going to be led by Now, who's going to stay up here, right? And Annie and Cynthia and me, so you guys can come on up. And what we'll do is I'll play it through once so that you have a chance to hear what the tune is. And then we're going to split into 4, right? So the gallery and that side are 1. This is 2. This is 3. And Now is going to lead 4. So Cynthia is 2, even though she's wandering around, right? And so what you'll do, you'll sing it together in unison once, and then we're going to split, and everyone sings the tune through twice. So now, do you have it memorized, or do you, Okay, great. You can tell how organized this is.
Welcome to First Parish in Bedford, a Unitarian Universalist congregation where we come together every week as a people with diverse beliefs and a shared commitment to bring more peace, more love, more justice, and more joy into the world. Whoever you are, whomever you love, whether you worship one God, many gods, or no God, you are welcome here. And welcome to this service led by members of our senior youth group. In case you couldn't tell already, it is themed around questions, and we will be exploring more questions in various forms throughout the service. I want to say a special welcome to all of our visitors this morning in person and on Zoom. If you are here in the sanctuary, you can fill out a blue connection card to get on our mailing list. Those are found at the end of the pews, and you can give it to the ushers during the offering collection. On Zoom, you can fill out the link in the chat as a virtual connection card. For parents and caregivers of little ones, know that this is an all-ages service, and we are always delighted to have little ones here in our sanctuary. After the service, everyone is welcome to join us for coffee and tea in the fellowship room, or in the common room for fellowship. And now a couple of announcements. Today, after worship, is a very special opportunity to participate in a climate cafe with guest speaker Christopher Elliott from Lincoln. Christopher has two areas that will be of interest to our community: personal connections to Unitarian history and his work on the Hanscom Field Advisory Committee. So do check that out with the Environmental Justice Committee. It's both in person, upstairs, and also on Zoom. And next Sunday, on May 25th, we're going to have a First Parish in Bedford 101, or FPB 101. It's a fun way to get to know more about how this community operates. So if you are new-ish, or if you just feel like you could use a refresher on what goes on around here, please feel free to join us. We'll have some refreshments and we'll have a nice time. It's helpful if you can let me know you're coming for food, and especially if you need childcare.
Now, if you will please rise in body or spirit, we will recite together our unison affirmation that we say every Sunday. The words are in your order of service. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. El amor es el espíritu de esta iglesia, y el servicio es su ley. Este es nuestro gran pacto, vivir juntos en paz, buscar la verdad en espíritu de amor, y ayudarnos los otros a los otros. Thank you.
Okay, so our interactive activity today is going to be UU Trivia, and we're going to need 3 youth volunteers. But before we do that, Sophie's going to explain what's going on.
Okay, so there's going to be 3 volunteers to come up and play, and we're going to ask a question, and the first person to raise their hand up high in the air will be able to answer the question. If you get it right, you get 100 points, and if you get it wrong, you don't lose any points. And the last question is this extra hard question worth 200 points.
Okay, so we're going to need 3 youth volunteers. Okay, Moira. Guys, we need more.
Anyone else?
Anyone else? Eric, Eric, come up. Okay. Nora, do you want to come up?
All right, one more person.
Guys, we need one more person, please.
Only one more.
Guys, we promise it's fun.
It's okay, we don't bite.
Guys, there's points.
Yeah.
If you win, you get really good bragging rights.
Yeah.
Alexander, you should come.
Come on up.
Guys, are we gonna make Bob do it? Oh, Nina, you should come.
Yeah.
Nina, come on. Yes, Nina! Yeah!
Thank you.
Okay. Should we start? Okay, the first question.
First, everyone names.
Oh, okay, yeah. We're gonna write your names on the board first.
So
Okay.
first, what's your name?
Eric Olson.
Wow, okay.
What's your name?
Moira.
And what's your name?
Nina.
All right, Eric, Moira, and Nina.
Okay, are we ready for the first question?
Yeah.
You guys ready? No? Okay. First question. What symbol is often used in Unitarian Universalist churches? A. It's multiple choice. A. A star. B, a cross. C, a flaming chalice. Or D, a rainbow? Who did it first?
Nina, I think.
Did Nina do it first? Okay. What's your answer? Chalice. That's correct. Give Nina 100 points.
Yeah.
Okay, you go next.
All right, question number 2. What is something many UU churches do together on Sundays? A, watch TV. B, share a meal silently. C, sit in total silence all day. Or D, light a chalice and sing songs.
Dude, was that Nina that raised her
Yeah,
hand
I think it
first?
was Nina
Guys,
again.
okay. Yeah.
The answer is D, light a chalice and sing songs. That is correct.
It's all about speed. You have to be really fast.
Yeah, first one to raise their hand.
Okay, third question. What is one thing Unitarian Universalists work for in the world? A, more homework. B, more video games. C, justice, equity, and compassion. Or D, building to the tallest buildings.
Moira.
I think Moira got that one. C, that is correct.
Justice, equity, and compassion is correct.
Okay.
Okay, question number 4. What does it mean to search for truth? A, look for lost toys. B, ask questions and learn new things. C, dig in the dirt. Or D, follow one path forever. Eric. Yes,
B, yeah.
B is correct. Ask questions and learn new things.
Okay. What does the chalice flame often stand for in UU services? A, fire safety. B, light, truth, and love. C, a birthday candle. Or D, the sun. Nina got that. B? Yeah, that's correct. Light, truth, and love. Okay.
Okay, question number 6. Which of these is a UU value? A, winning every game. B, never making mistakes. C, listening and respecting others. Or D, always being the boss. Oh, Nina, you're too fast. C, listening and respecting others is correct.
Okay. Question number 7. This is the second to last one. This is the last easy one. What is a UU promise about people? A, only be nice to friends. B, everyone is important. C, don't talk to anyone. Or D, only listen to grown-ups. Guys, who did that first? Eric? Okay, yeah. Yeah. Everyone's important. Yeah. Okay.
Good job, Eric.
Yes, Eric.
Okay.
This
Now,
one, okay,
The final question is number 8, and it's an extra hard question worth double the points, 200 points. The question is, what did early Universalists believe before they consolidated with the Unitarians? A, a loving God wouldn't send people to hell, universal salvation. B, all religions have truth, universal truth. C, everyone should get a vote, universal democracy. Or D, all people should be Christian, universal Christianity. Nina?
That's incorrect.
No. Does anyone else have a guess? Moira?
Also incorrect.
Nope. Eric? No.
Also incorrect.
Yes,
Yep.
A is correct. Good job.
And that concludes our UU Jeopardy. Who I can't see that.
All right, let's tally up the final points and see who won this round.
I'm pretty sure Nina won.
Match, the only one. All right, in third place, we have Moira with 100 points.
Yes, Moira.
In second place, we have Eric with 200 points. And in first place is Nina with 400 points.
Woo! Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Marge Heckman, and I'm a member of the lay pastoral team here at First Parish. At this time in the service, we invite anyone in the sanctuary who would like to come forward and light a candle of joy or concern to do so. Please say your name and try to keep your comments brief and personal. And we will check on Zoom afterwards, and at the end of the service, I'll remain at the candle stand if anyone would like to light a candle in silence. And it appears we have no one on Zoom, so I will light one final candle for all those joys and concerns that we keep in our hearts.
It's been said that money makes the world go round, but while many of us UUs prefer to focus on other things like spirituality, doing good deeds, fighting for social justice, the fact remains that this church does need money to put action into our beliefs. And so with that thought, it is now time to collect our offering.
So, these are the youth that have planned this service, and I just wanted to take a moment to introduce them now that we're all up here together. We have Now Okamoto, Corinna Dogan-West, Taylor Nichols, Isabel Gittens, and Sophie Olson, who have done all the planning and choosing different aspects of the service, including our very fun offertory. And now we're going to delve into some of your questions. For the last month or so, people have been submitting questions for our senior youth in a box by the Elm Street entrance, and we got a lot of questions. We are maybe going to answer half or less because there were so many good questions, but we had the youth choose some questions they were interested in answering, and we're going to move through some questions. So to start off, how did you find your people/friends?
I've actually wondered this question as I've toured colleges because I'm going to have to start fresh. But I've learned that when you have a group of people, they also have their own groups of people. And those connections come back to you, and your circle slowly grows. And so the ability to network expands your circle, and I'm really grateful that I've had so many different communities to dip my toe into, because it's given me the opportunity to meet a lot of new people and try new things, and get that experience to meet people that I wouldn't have otherwise thought that I would be friends with, and that expands your own mind as well.
Thank you, Corinna. Our next question, what advice would you give your younger self? And Taylor's going to take this one.
So some advice that I would give to my younger self is just to try to live in the moment more, because I know that's something that I was not very good at doing when I was younger, but just trying to do small things or big things every single day that bring you joy, and focusing less on others' validations and kind of validating your own needs, and just trying not to stress so much about the future. I know for people in elementary school and middle school, the stress of high school and growing up is kind of a lot, but just really focusing on living in the present and doing things that make you happy.
What spiritual belief or practice do you have today that you think you will still have when you're 30?
Well, I guess I've always found the power of music and also of a welcoming community to always be good. Well, since this is a UU church, everything we do in here is basically a spiritual belief. So.
Let's see, are we going on to the
how do you feel?
All right. How do you feel about the future of the world given the politics of the day?
I think personally it's a little hard to watch. But I think that more youth need to step up and go to protests and be involved, because we're the ones that are going to have to live in the future that's being decided currently.
As you approach the end of high school, what are you most and least looking forward to?
Doing so many AP tests and just the stress of everything happening, I have thought of the end of my high school career a lot. And I'm very excited to not have those stressors, but also being able to go into a community that everyone is coming from different places, so it's a melting pot, and being able to meet new people. But that also comes with it is scary having to start off fresh from nothing, because I have made such deep connections here, and it's overwhelming how many opportunities are in college and beyond, but it's also very exciting. And I'll also definitely miss my friends, leaving everyone behind, but I know that we're all gonna come back to each other and share all the stories that we're gonna make and all the memories, so it's bittersweet.
And the next question, are you looking forward to being able to vote?
I definitely am looking forward to being able to vote and making sort of an official impact on my community and larger communities around like the whole country, and sort of officially putting my voice out and making a difference.
How has your UU faith helped you in challenging situations in school?
I guess not just school. I've always been a bit nervous when I'm speaking to a crowd or playing music in a crowd. And I guess being in this church has always helped me be able to interact with others and also speak, I guess, a bit less nervously.
Do kids tease you for being a UU?
So I would say I've never personally been teased for being UU. The only thing is that when I do tell people that I am Unitarian Universalists, a lot of kids don't know what that is. I know in school we have like a religion unit, but it's usually like bigger religions like Christianity, Judaism, Muslim. But so I usually just have to explain to them like what being UU is, and usually they're a little confused at first, but I'm able to like explain.
What suggestions would you have for attracting more kids to participate in our programs here?
I think that you just have to come and try it before you make any assumptions and keep an open mind. And we go on a lot of field trips, so that's really fun. Yeah.
Yeah, Bob's taking the youth group to Eastie Farm on Wednesday, so
And
field
Mark,
trip time.
and with Mark, thank you. Yeah, it's going to be fun. We're going to get our hands dirty in the gardens. And the final one, we're actually having all of the youth answer this in turn. When did you want to join the senior youth group, and why?
I guess I've always been at this church since around when I was 7, 8 years old. So I guess just coming to this church has always been a thing for me, so coming to SYG was a no-brainer.
I had come to this church like since I was a kid, and then I stopped going when I was like in middle school, and I started coming back for senior youth group. And I remember when I was a freshman, I went to a barbecue for like that the SYG held for like the beginning of the year, and they had like the fold-out tables on the lawn and some seniors that I like vaguely knew, and I had some friends that I knew that were there, so it made me like really comfortable, and we just were able to have a nice conversation, and it just made me really enjoy it. Like, it just felt like I was hanging out with my friends, and we also got to do fun activities. And I feel like with everything going on, you don't really have time to plan like events, hanging out with your friends. So it was kind of like a built-in time to hang out with my friends, and also it grew into more than that, and it grew into like opportunities to help out my community and give back.
Yeah, kind of just echoing what they both said. I've been going to this church ever since I was a little kid. So I joined the junior youth group when I was old enough to join that. And then I kind of just like, it was the system, like I went into senior youth group after junior youth group. But I think what's definitely kept me into senior youth group is all of the fun activities that we do. And I think the one that like solidified it for me was City Reach, which is a really fun experience that I've been lucky enough I got to go twice. And just like what Corinna said, like the opportunities that this group gives me to make a change in our community is something that I really enjoy.
Basically the same thing they all said, but I've been here for a while too, and I really just like the community and hang out with friends and all the trips we get to do.
Yeah, also kind of like what everyone else said. The community is really nice, and all the people in the youth groups are super friendly and super nice, and I also did junior youth group. So I joined senior youth group, and there's also a lot of really cool opportunities for helping the communities and community service acts.
Now I have 2 mics. You want to say something else? Well, I just wanted to thank you all so much for putting this together. And I wanted to say, if you had a question you didn't get to ask or that wasn't responded to officially, feel free to find a youth and ask them a question. Ask each other some questions, and we'll keep the questions and answers going.
Now, please rise in body or spirit and join us in our closing song, What a Wonderful World. The words are printed in the insert in your order of service.
Our closing words are by Michelle Collins. Changes abound around us, within us, between us, in our families, our neighborhoods, and our beloved faith communities. Changes abound. May we each find the balance point we need as we move through our ever-changing world. The balance between the old and the new, between the known and the unknown, between the familiar and perhaps bold and risky possibilities that may be there waiting.